Good morning, children. Let us start chapter 7, that is congruence of triangles. Chapter 7, congruence of triangle. This is new term for you, clear, and this is new topic for you. Let us see what is congruence. Congruence means two figures two figures are said to be congruent. Congruence is the relationship, clear, when two figures are said to be congruent to each other if they have the same if they have the same shape and same size. Okay, children, two figures are said to be congruent. See, once again, this is very much important. Two figures are said to be congruent. Congruent means exactly equal in all respects. Congruent means exactly equal in all respects. Everything, every bit of part that is exactly equal to one another figure. Two figures are said to be congruent to each other if they have the same shape. These are very much important terms: same shape and same size. Same shape and same size. What does it mean? If one is superposed, clear, if they both the figures are superposed, means one is put above the other, then no part of no figure is seen extra. That is called congruent. Then we say that both the figures are congruent. Here, what is the property of congruent object? Congruent objects are exact copies of one another. Clear? Congruent object. If two objects are congruent, means then they are exact copies of one another, means there cannot be any difference in shape and size. So what is congruence? If it is asked to you, then you can answer two figures are said to be congruent to each other if they have the same shape and same size. Okay. For example, in your real life situation, there are so many objects which are congruent to each other. For example, number one, let it be one: shaving blades of the same company. Shaving blade, shaving means दाढ़ी बनाने वाली. Shaving blades, BLA, blades of the same company, of the same brand, same company, that is shaving blades of the same company. They are congruent to each other. Why? Because they have same shape and same size. Second example, in real life situation: sheets of the same letter pad. Sheets of the same letter pad, that is letter pad you must have seen in offices. Biscuits in the same packet. Third is biscuits in the same packets. They are congruent because their shape and size are exactly same. Biscuits in the same packet. Other example also you can take: toys made of the same mold, also, etc. Clear? These are the example. So did you understand congruence? Congruence is the relationship. If two figures are in the congruence, then we say that both the figures are congruent figures because they have same shape and same size. Okay, children, what is the next part? Next part is what? Congruence of plane figure. This is congruence among line segments. Congruence among line segments. See, children, two line segments. Line segment you must be knowing. a piece of a line that has definite length, that is called line segment. See, two lines are there, AB, A, AB, and this CD. Two lines AB and CD are there. Here, if two line segments have the same, see, if AB, they are congruent if their length is same. Let two, if two, here you write, if two line segments, if two line segments have the same means equal, that is, if two line segments have the same length, they are congruent. They are congruent. If two line segments have the same length, same means equal length. If it is 8 centimeter, then this is also 8 centimeter. Then we say that both the line segments are congruent. Clear? In the later stage, we will say that they are equal. Equal means they are congruent. Their lengths are equal. Also, clear. Conversely, we can write that if two line segments are congruent, if two line segments, if two line segments are congruent, if two line segments are congruent, they have the same length. They have the same length. Okay, children. So here we have seen two things. If two line segments have the same or equal length, then they are congruent. And once if they are congruent, clear, it means two line segments are congruent. What does it mean? It means they have the same length. They have equal length. Okay, children. Now this is congruence of line segments. Now congruence of angles. Congruence of angle, that is congruence of angles. See, children, what does it mean? Same thing. If two angles are congruent, it means that their degree measure is equal. Two angles are there, this and this. Let it be this one. This is A, this is B, and this is C. This is P, this is Q, and this is R. Here, see, in case of line segments, if AB equal to length of AB equal to length of CD, then we say that AB is congruent. See, symbol of congruent is this one. AB is congruent to CD, or simply AB is equal to CD. What is its shape? This is its symbol is, this is symbol of congruence, children. This is congruence. Congruent to, that is congruent, CONGRUENT, congruent to. See, this shape is used, equal to, and then one this negation type, clear, that is equal to, and this is the symbol of congruence, children. Okay, here congruence of angles, what does it mean? If two angles have the same measure, if clear, if this measure is equal to this, if two angles, have the same means equal, the same measure means, what is the meaning of measure? Measure means measurement, that is this opening of the angle, that is means map, you can say map. If two angles have the same measure, they are congruent. They are congruent. If two angles have the same measure, they are congruent. Conversely, you can say if they are congruent, it means their degree measures are same. Also, if if two angles if two angles are congruent, congruent their measures are same. Okay children, so what does it mean children? Angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR if measure of m angle ABC is equal to m stands for what? M stands for measure. M angle PQR. If m angle ABC, that is measure of angle ABC, is equal to measure of angle PQR, then we say that angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR, and in the later stage we will use just angle ABC equal to angle PQR. Okay children, now coming to the next part, that is your congruence of triangles. So you have seen congruence of line segments, congruence of what? Congruence of this uh, angles, and the next important part, that is your topic now, that is congruence of triangles. Let us see congruence of triangles. Congruence of triangles. Congruence of triangles. See, it is just like that only. Two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent if they are copies. If they are copies means photocopies. Two triangles are congruent if they are copies of each other. If they are copies of each other, and when superposed, what is the meaning of superposed? Means if one is kept above the other, and when superposed they cover each other exactly. They cover each other exactly. Okay children, so see, let us reiterate the things. Two triangles are congruent. What is the condition? Two triangles are congruent if they are photocopies of each other. They are copies of each other, and when superposed. What is the meaning of superposed? If one triangle is kept above the other, they cover each other exactly. It is just like our palms. If we put one palm above the other, then no extra part of any palm is seen, then we say that our both the palms are congruent. It is just like triangles only. If when superposed, they cover each other exactly, right? Okay children, now there are some corresponding parts of congruent triangles, and then we say that see, if two triangles are there with us, that is a triangle ABC, and triangle PQR. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are there. Triangle PQR such that this angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, clear, and this angle C is equal to angle R. This side AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, clear, and AC is equal to PR, clear. Then we say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Here children, similarity has been shown, equality has been shown, congruence has been shown with the similar markings over here. Here if angle A equal to angle P, clear, angle B equal to angle Q, angle C equal to angle R, and AB equal to what? AB equal to PQ, BC equal to QR, clear, and AC equal to PR. Then what do we say? Then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle triangle PQR. Clear? See, these six parts are there. They are called CPCT. Clear? And see, if triangle ABC and triangle PQR are two triangles such that angle A equal to angle P, angle B equal to angle Q, angle C equal to angle R, and AB equal to PQ, BC equal to QR, AC equal to PR, then we say that triangle ABC is congruent. And how will you read it out? Triangle ABC is congruent, CONGRUENT, congruent to triangle PQR. Also, conversely, you can write conversely, if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, what does it mean? If triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, then how many corresponding parts are there? See, 6 corresponding parts are there. 6 parts. Then angle A, corresponding angles are equal. Angle A equal to angle P. Angle this first of this and first of angle A equal to angle P. Angle B equal to angle Q second of this, and angle C is equal to angle R. And what else? AB equal to first two AB equal to PQ, BC equal to last two BC equal to QR, and AC first and last AC equal to PR. These 6 components are called CPCT. What does CPCT stands for? CPCT stands for, they are corresponding parts of CORRESPONDING, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. CONGRUENT, congruent triangles. Okay children, so did you understand the meaning of CPCT? What is this? So if two triangles are congruent, then we say that their corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, means corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are equal. Okay children, now coming to your exercise. What? This exercise 7.1. Exercise, from here only let us start. Exercise 7.1. Right, let us write first question here. Go through the question. Complete the following statements. Clear? That is, two line segments are congruent if clear. See, right now I told you two line segments are congruent if, here you see, two line segments are congruent if they have the same length. So what will you feel over here? Two line segments are congruent if they have the same length. They have the same length. This is the answer of first question. Now what is B part? B is among two congruent angles. Among two congruent angles, one has a measure of 70 degree. The measure of the other angle is also 70 degree. If two angles are congruent, means the degree measure of both the angles are equal. If one is of 70 degree, then other will also be of 70 degree. What is part C? Part C states that when we write angle A equal to angle B, angle A equal to angle B, what does it mean? It means that we actually mean measure of angle A, M angle A. M angle A means measure of angle A, M angle A equal to M angle B. Clear? Then only we say that angle A is equal to angle B. Okay, children? So this is question number 1 is over. Now what about question number 2? Give any two real life examples for congruent shapes. Give any two real life examples in your real life, in your daily life situation. Clear? That is in your surrounding. Give two examples of your congruent shapes. Clear? Here right now, clear, just before, clear, we told you the two examples of your real life situation. That is two. A is saving blades, saving blades of the same company, saving blades of the same company. दूसरा saving blades of the same company, that is first one is this over. What? Biscuits in the same packet, biscuits in the same packet, biscuits in the same packet are congruent. They are equal in shape and size. Saving blades of the same company, clear, they are of equal shape and equal size. So question number 3 is also over. Now children, moving to question number 4, that is important to understand the concept. That is, what is question number 4? Clear, everything I have explained already, clear, just before a while. Clear, you can answer yourself this time. Now what is this question number 4? Question number 4 is nothing but, see, if triangle it is given, if triangle DEF, triangle DEF, it is given, triangle DEF is congruent, triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BCA, triangle BCA. Okay, write the parts of, then what? Write the parts, write the parts of triangle BCA that correspond to okay, that corresponds to angle E. Clear? Second one is side EF. Clear? Third one is angle F. Fourth one is DF. This is DF. Okay, let us write the answer for that. Children, if it is given here, if triangle DEF, is congruent to triangle BCA, write the parts of triangle BCA that correspond to, clear, this angle E of the first triangle, side EF of the first triangle, side angle F of the first triangle, and side DF of this. See here, children, compare both the triangles here. They are in congruence position. Clear? This by angle E. Here you write, if triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BCA. Clear? That is given. That is given. Then what will happen? Then number 1, angle E equal to angle E equal to angle E corresponds to angle E. This is the symbol of correspond angle E corresponds to angle C, that is here angle C, its position is middle, that is angle C. Second one is what? EF, line segment EF, that is EF corresponds to EF, this is second last to last, EF corresponds to CA, this way. And what is third part, children? Third part is angle F. Angle F corresponds to, here angle F corresponds to angle A, clear? And fourth part, what is fourth part? That is DF. DF corresponds to that is first and last, equal to corresponds to BA. Okay children, see this is corresponding. You can also write corresponds to means angle E equal to angle C. This is now angle, this side EF equal to side CA, clear? Angle F equal to angle A, and DF equal to BA. They are known as what? They are known as corresponding part, they are CPCT. Okay, clear? So they fall in the category CPCT. CPCT is the condition, clear? CPCT is the rule under which these parts are equal if two triangles are congruent. So sometimes it is asked, what is the full form of CPCT? CPCT is nothing but it is corresponding part of congruent triangles. Okay children, so this congruence is very new topic for you, and this is very much important in your real life situation. If at the beginning, if you don't understand the meaning of congruence, operation of congruence, then it will be very difficult in the higher classes to understand this concept, because right from class 8th and class 9th 10th, this is mathematics is full of congruence relationship. Different types of congruence relationship are there. Triple S congruence, then clear SAS congruence, RHS congruence, clear children? Such type of congruence are there, and that you have to understand. Clear? In the next class we will take up different kinds of congruence, that is criteria. There are some criteria, certain rules are there under which two triangles are congruent. That is called criteria for congruence of triangles. Criteria is plural word, children, and its singular word is criterion. Sometimes triple S congruence criterion is there, clear, in your syllabus, and this RHS congruence criterion is there, SAS congruence criterion is there. Clear? That we will explain each and everything stepwise. Clear? Now you are supposed to revise these things. Exercise 7 point is over. Clear? And practice the things that we have discussed over here in the class. Okay children, for today this is enough. In the next class we will meet with the next new concepts. Clear? Thank you and have a nice day.